show this part to you. So for example, in this space here, I'm just going to put the point because as oblique perspective, it's going from that corner out. Just as this box is here, we're going to kind of do the same thing, but then we're going to add a piece to it. So here's the point, and trying to give equilateral triangle from this, I'm just going to demonstrate just this part right up close, and then extend this. Now I'm going to take over and use the pen and just kind of visually take it over to this side here and put a number 4 there so I know that's the 4th shape. This one here is going to extend over to this side, so that's going to be a number 4. And then the last one is going to extend all the way on the other side. And it'll be a little tricky to see, but there I put number 4 there. So from a distance, I have this point that's going to be the corner, but it's going to these vanishing points. So now when I zoom in a little bit, you won't see the see that section too close. Okay, so there it is, and I'm just going to use the blue pencil to lay it out so that you can see it. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of repeat the box shape. So this is going to the vanishing point. Just lining this up to this vanishing point. So I can put the pencil first and then just rotate the straight edge and do the same here. Now I don't know how large to make it yet, so I'm not really going all the way to that vanishing point, but this is the corner. And I'm just going to pick a random space, so from these 3 points, if you can see that now you have 1 point, just put the ruler right on it and extend it to that vanishing point. So let's see if I can visually place it right there and just make a light line. This one coming around this way, and this again, this is where you start to use the 3rd vanishing point. So let's go in that direction. So you can kind of see the wall slowly building. This one here is going to the one that's off the page down this way. And so you're essentially putting together this cube surface there. And this one goes to this vanishing point here. Now mostly in architecture this really happens when you're starting to use these three points. So there you have it. Now the only thing you need to do now is just find the extension for the little bit of the roof line. It's kind of a low construction if you think of it as a house or a roof, so I'm going to just put it right up to this particular piece right here. Okay, so all I need to do is to cross the diagonals to find the center and just extend this piece up. So if I want to make it go up to this point, this is where it's going to extend, or I can go this direction. So if I want it to be over here, I just have to extend this center line. So the first thing to do is to find the center. So I cross the diagonals this way, and right there's the point. That's the center, and I'm just going to extend it from this vanishing point out. Just a line. That's going to be the peak of this roof line. So once I find that corner, I just go ahead and connect it from here to here. This one going back to this vanishing point will be the ridge of the roof line. Okay, and now you'll see that this part, again, all just has to be laid out on there so you can kind of extend that piece. So now that you have this back line, you can see where this roof line would extend. And what happens is that if you extend this line and go all the way to the perimeter of the circle, just so you get an idea of what the circle helps you with. So if I go all the way to here, and I'll just put a dot here just so you know this is the ridge and just reverse it and go back to the corner of the roof, you can see where that line is right there. And I'll just start putting that in pen. So you can kind of see where now this plane has its own vanishing point. And then again, just go ahead and give yourself those outside edge lines. So you're doing the linear perspective now in pen, right over top of the blue. Extends, so now you can kind of see any shape that you create starting off geometrically makes it much easier to put together. So this is kind of this little house shape. So now taking a look at this illustration, seeing where the light source is, the light panel is going to be on this side. This will be the secondary value. The dark value will be on this side. And again, as you start to illustrate that, just following the pen lines with the vanishing point. And that's going to assist you in that, laying it out, so you can kind of use the crosshatch. I'll try to do this quickly here, just to get it set up. So initially I'm not using any template or anything like that to help me, just putting down the value. Placing that in there. Again, this part's going to be the secondary tone, so I'm losing that edge of the line. If I want to stick a piece of paper again right on that edge. And I can be a little freer with the stroke of the pen. And again, on this part, even though this is in the brightest value, that edge is going to be against a light background, so I'm just going to fade a gradient from that line on both cases. And just let it blend in there. Just stop there. Okay, I'll try to get back on there in a second. Try to get back on your screen just a second here. If it helps you there.